Exodus 24 talks about the people of covenant experiencing God. God called Moses, Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu and 70 of the elders aside. Moses recounted all the words of the Lord, and all the people agreed to these words. Moses wrote down those and built an altar at the foot of the mountain with 12 pillars of the 12 tribes which are standing till date. They offered burnt offerings, and Moses took half of the blood in the basin and half he poured on the altar. Moses read the book of covenant, and people agreed that they will be obedient. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people, and as a sign for the agreement for the covenant. Now this is the first level of experiencing God, becoming the part of his covenant. Then Moses, Aaron and 70 elders went up a little further than the people who were in the down. They went little up further, and the text says they saw God. They saw God. They saw the mighty appearance of God, and they ate and drank in his presence. This is the second level of experiencing God, in seeing his glory and having communion with him. In seeing his glory and having communion with him. Now God called Moses to come up. Come up to me. Come up to me on the mountain and remain there. And Moses went, and the cloud covered the mountain. The glory of the Lord rested on the Mount Sinai for 6 days, and 7th day God called from the midst of the cloud. But to the persons who are below, the elders and the other people, the glory of the Lord was like a consuming fire on the mountain top, where actually Moses was in the cloud. Moses kept going further up to the mountain in the cloud and was there for 40 days and 40 nights. This is the third level of experiencing God. As for the first, blood was sprinkled on us, making us people of God. As for the second experience, we are taken up a little further to see God and his glory, to have communion with him. And as for the third, not just becoming his people, not just seeing his glory, Moses entered into the cloud of glory, and he was experiencing the glory of God. But for the people who were away or not experiencing the cloud, it seemed to be like Moses entering the fire. Yes, that is the experience we belong. As we experience more of God, people will see the consuming fire around us. As we continue to seek God and desire to know, experience more of him, he will enable us not just to be called as his people, or not just to see him, but to be filled with his glory. And we no longer say, oh, I feel the presence of God, but we'll say, I am filled with the presence of God. Let the God of mercies fill you with his presence. Amen.